Hi and welcome to this edition of Out the Box. My name is Paul. Today we're going to have a look at what is in this box. This is the Ubiquiti AI-PTZ. It is a 22 times zoom PTZ camera. Just pop the box there out the way. It is not a small camera, so we're going to try and do the best that we can. It's not a performance review. Can't show you the quality of that. That's not the idea of this video. This video is to show you get all the bits in the box and how it fits together. So let's head on in and work through this. So you're going to start obviously with your get started guide. You may well decide to not even read that. You are going to get some bolts. There are a lot of fitting parts that can be put together with this. So you're going to get some locking bolts. You are going to get a number of metal zip ties, O-rings, because this can be pole mounted, but you may want to hard mount surface this as well. Like I said, a number of different sizes. You're going to get a different bung for the Ethernet cable that comes in there. And very interestingly enough, you are going to get a table mount. Now this is a big camera. So let me just show you some of these bits and we'll have a look at that table mount in a moment. So you are going to get your screws and lugs for actually being able to fit this and bolt this to the wall. Nice little container that comes in, pop that over there out the way. You are going to get your pole mounting bracket. Hopefully you can see there, if I bring that out, you can see the angle and the cutout there for the pole, fairly substantial size. That's going to allow you to then use those metal zip ties through those holes there to clamp it into place. And then you can use this wall mounting bracket here to bring that in there if you want to, just checking I've got that round the right way, and then be able to clamp that into place. So that's another option for it. Then you get this, which is your basically the hanging portion of this. So let me just show you the way round this is going to work. So we would normally have this this way. So that's going to be mounted out to your wall. Your Ethernet cable can come in this way. You can use the bung there if you want to. There's another bung in the top, so it's going to come in through the wall. Maybe you've used that pole mounting bracket on the side there. And now we're looking down. The camera is going to hang below here. So if we put it this way round, all right, the camera is going to come out on this section here. So in comes the cable. This can be removed, and obviously this is your bung to allow your cable to come down through here. So that allows then everything to fix into place. You then get these carabiners that are going to hold the lid in place, so while you're working on this, it's not going to fall out of the way. Fairly difficult to show you all of this in one go. So what we're going to do is turn to the camera. I've left a couple of the packing things in so that the actual camera head doesn't move around. Like I said, this is a 22 times optical zoom. We do have full movement and full remote control in this direction, which would be in our vertical, and in our horizontal we can go around that way. So normally this camera would be hung up this way. But you can have, and we'll just talk about that, you can actually put this onto a desk stand and then reverse this image, and that would be available for you to move on a desk. Not quite sure the scenario you might use that in. Maybe you could use that in some production setup maybe as well. So we've got our infrared detectors round the edge here of our actual lens. And then obviously if we just turn that over, then you can see our 1 gig Ethernet port in on this side and our reset options over there. We do have just on the side here a panel. I think that's where you can put some SD cards for edge storage if you want to as well. So what's the idea? The idea now is that basically you're going to mount that, like I said, on the wall. We can use the carabiner now here to clip our camera into place on here. And this now will allow us then to, obviously, if we were working upside down, to fit that, we could actually use that to hold us in place. And if the camera did slip, because you just need to find the right point for this to actually turn around, haven't quite found it yet, and actually clip into place, that if it did slip or it is quite heavy, almost all the way around, must be this slot here in a moment. So now we've actually got that locked into place. I'm just going to try and lift that up so you can see the side profile of how that would be. And I'll just bring that up to the camera now so you can see how that camera would actually be in this vertical scenario like this. All right, so we've been able to obviously bring our cable in from the back. We have our lid component now as well, which can go on the top and tidy all of that up. And that really then brings you that whole finished look. I think it's IP66 or IP65 rated. And then obviously once that's mounted on your pole or your wall, that's fairly secure in it. It is a heavy device. So you do want to make sure you make the best of the mounting of that as well. So hopefully that has been useful, at least to see what is in the box and see how large that is. Do head on over to our YouTube channel. Got plenty more box openings on network, wireless, firewalls, and camera security. Plenty of how-to guides, how to set up Unify Protect, performance reviews and camera image quality there as well. So why don't you head over, subscribe and stay up to date.